With mom's eyes open?
The birth or adoption of a child is usually a happy time, but it can also be a stressful period for parents who need time to adjust at home and money to pay the bills. Vicky Shaber of the Washington think tank New America says paid leave is critical to families.
A growing body of research about the myriad ways in which paid leave for new parents helps infant and maternal mortality, helps fathers be able to bond with their babies, leads to better educational and behavioral outcomes down the road, and obviously, most importantly, in that immediate moment, really make sure that the family doesn't jeopardize their economic security.
In December, U.S. President Donald Trump signed the National Defense Authorization Act, which includes new paid family leave benefits that both Democrats and Republicans pushed for.
With more women working today than ever before, we now have a historic opportunity to enact long overdue reforms. It's time to pass paid family leave and expand access to quality.
Critics say while it looked like U.S. lawmakers agreed to a bipartisan bill, the move was rushed. Rachel Graisler is with the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank.
Yeah, I think this got thrown in there at the last minute, and at first it was talk about, is this going to provide paid family and medical leave, which would have also covered care for a loved one or a worker's own disability, and in the end they just had a compromise with only providing paid parental leave. But a more efficient way to go about this would have been to look at the whole system, the leave system, as well as other types of compensation.
Others say the new law is something to celebrate. Sherry Lewant is the co-founder of A Better Balance, an advocacy group for working families.
Almost every other country in the world provides some form of parental leave.
40 other nations offer some form of government-mandated paid family leave, according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Shabu says 8 U.S. states and Washington, D.C. have or are working on implementing paid family and medical leave insurance programs for their employees.
These are funded by small payroll contributions that are mandatory from employers, employees, or both. And in exchange, the worker receives a period of paid family and medical leave when they have a new child, need to care for a seriously ill loved one, have their own serious health issue.
Advocates in the U.S. are pressing for mandated paid family leave nationwide.
We would also, and this is what we're working very hard to see, is that all employees, all workers in the United States have access to paid family and medical leave, including parental.
But opponents say that could be a challenge, especially for small business owners.
It's harder when you're a small business that maybe has 3 or 4 employees. And it's not just the cost of paying that worker, it's coming up with somebody to fill in for that employee when they're out.
The new law in the U.S. goes into effect on October 1st. Mariama Diallo, VOA News, Washington.